Hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another PvP commentary from Guild Wars 2 Online. Today we're checking out one of the most common Guardian builds at the moment, the Retaliation build, and we're on the Forest of Niflhel. So there are many different incarnations of the Retaliation build, and the one we're playing for this match you can actually see in the description below, so if you want to check that build out to maybe copy it, have a look. So we're spiking down to the Chieftain very quickly here, the blue team making a very strong and speedy start to the game, and actually leaving the conditions there to tick down the Chieftain and actually finish it off before, just at the same time as they capture the henge. So a very quick start for them. The red team still haven't even managed to take down their boss over there, the Svanir. There goes Svanir down now, so definitely a good 4-second lead at the moment by the blue team, which will give them plenty of time to cap the keep before the reds can get up there. Getting a quick start to these games is so important. It's something really overlooked by many teams. You want to be moving very quickly around the map. There we go, 2 points captured now by the blue team. We looked like we were going to head towards the mine, but we're actually going to leave it up to Evil Cookie, so the engineer for the blue team, while we come up to the keep to help defend this against the red team. So we've got 3 players there from the blues versus 4 from the reds. We've got 3 guardians and a necromancer up here. And a strong engagement now from both teams. This is of course the retaliation, as I said before, and the retaliation actually applies to our allies as well via the number 1 and number 2 utility skills that we have there. Actually the second one's a shout and applies to all our allies, and the signal also applies to our allies as well. It also infects any enemies nearby with weakness, so obviously making it a very strong ability indeed. And the blue team are just cleaning house now, really just cleaning up. A fantastic start to the game for them. They're now triple capped. They've got the mine as well, so good job over there by Evil Cookie. So a great start to the match for them. At this point, the red team really need to start making up their losses. So if I was playing for them, I would perhaps head towards the mine first of all. It's the easiest point for them to control, rather than trying to push out too far. Obviously, they've got the engineer over there, or was over there. He's actually with us now, helping us spike down this guardian so quickly. He's trying to AoE us, but we actually applied retaliation from our number 1 utility skill, the signet, to all of our allies around us, and that gave him some massive damage as he tried to dish out his own damage. It all came straight back at him. So there we go, the red team did manage to retake the mine, they've regained that, but it did take them a little bit longer than I would expect, sending 2 players over here towards the henge as we rush up to make sure we're on point before they get there. Actually turns out this is kind of a waste. We didn't really go that far. Our teammates managed to engage them before they got up here and push them back towards the keep, and pull one player away from the rest of them to finish them off over here. So this is one of the many guardians the red team currently have running. It's quite interesting actually. They seem to be running maybe even 3 or 4 guardians in their team, which is definitely a quite unusual setup to stack that many of a single profession. The guardian is very strong at the moment. Like I said, this retaliation build is very powerful, but these players don't seem to really be maximising the power, because they haven't got the burst damage to go with it. You need both the retaliation build guardian, or the strong tanky guardian at least, to be combined with some high bursting professions as well, or condition professions such as this team has. Like we said, we've got a warrior on this team as well who's using a great sword, which is a very powerful burst weapon at the moment, a thief as well as the engineer. So definitely a good team setup from the blues, which is giving that advantage you can just see kicking in these engagements. One player there trying to help rally his teammate, but good CC being used by the blue team to knock him back and force him away forward, now to just focus fire and spike him down incredibly quickly. So we've seen a very good, strong start to this game. We're about halfway through now. The blue team have definitely taken a massive lead. They've got 160 odd points in the lead over the reds, which is an absolutely huge gap. The red team are trying to pull it back now. They've managed to neutralise both points. Looks like Svanir has come back up. The chieftain is back up as well, so the 2 bosses are back in the game. We've got a big push there from the red team, so we're going to have to try and keep these players busy. Now, these players from the red team, one of them should really have broken away from this fight and headed over to Svanir, maybe even 2 of them, and just ignored this point. The 25 points they get from that is definitely more important. They could have just left this as a 1v1 over here and hope to hold it down. We've tried to pop our elite skill here as well. The elite skill has been very much changed for the Guardian. It used to give us stability boon as well, however it no longer does that. It doesn't mean you get knocked around quite a lot, and you can't actually get any of the abilities off because they are so long to channel, making it probably not one of the best choices. It might be better to go for the renewed Virtue build, which is one of the other elite skills, sorry, that you can use, which recharges all your virtues if you use them. Also, this player doesn't really trigger their virtues at all. It's something to note that you should be doing to try in some more support for your teammate, but that is one. Oh, there we go. As I said, they are triggered, both of the virtues at once, to help us get back on our feet and keep ourselves alive for a few more seconds. We're not be able to hold off against this engagement for much longer though, and we are brought down just as our teammate comes in to try and help rally us, but we're finished off. Didn't get any sort of knockback off or anything like that. So very unfortunate play there. Should really probably try to get our number 2 off maybe. I'm not sure whether that would have helped us, but hopefully it would have done. It doesn't look like both bosses were, however, captured by the blue team, so even though we died there, we lost 5 points, but we gained 50 for it, so definitely a worthwhile move to make that engagement. We've got some players heading towards the henge, so we're going to ignore that. That's why we checked on the map just there. You can see 2 players there on the bottom left heading over towards the henge, so we don't need to go to that point. We can leave that for them to take over, and we can head over towards the mine to support Evil Cookie. Evil Cookie seems to be running away on fire from the red team. So we've got one of the Guardians there heading up towards us, wasting his skill really. Should just really held onto that and chased us up here. There was no need to really burn it. So we're using our number 5 skill there to try and pull them out of the point and gain a tick on it. We managed to get it down about a quarter, just under a quarter of the way. That's definitely a good trick you can use with that number 5 to pull people out of the capture point itself if you're trying to fight against 2 tanky professions such as this. These 1v2 engagements are so difficult to win as it stands in Guild Wars 2 because of the way they've built the down mechanic. It makes it near enough impossible to stop, to finish off one player while you're trying to sort of stay alive against the other one. Some great CC though going on against that Guardian from these 2 players combining their efforts together. So this 2v2 as it is now, trying to bring down Heal-O-Matic. He's trying to get some support in from his teammate. For some reason wasn't going for the reds, which would definitely been the move to make if they'd been running perhaps some sort of rezzing runes such as the ones we're using in this build, which like I said before you can check out in the description below. It's definitely a good move to have a Guardian or someone like that who is designed for helping to keep teammates alive and res them back up onto their feet. Taking some heavy damage, but our heal is so strong now to heal us all the way back up to full HP. It's also important to note that our sigil we're using in this build is a sigil of healing. This is one of the ones that stacks up by kills. They've changed the way it stacks, and now per 5 kills you actually per single kill you get 5 stacks. So 5 kills we get you 25 points, which is 250 increasing my healing, which is obviously going to give a massive boon to this player. Trying to once again pop our elite off for a moment there, deciding against it however. Number 5 skills to pull those players in, get some CC going off. They're both on very low HP, and the blue team are now bringing some critical mass to the mine. They're going to go to clean up all 3 players there from the red team, getting spiked down incredibly quickly as soon as the blue team had that critical mass on point. And so they are going to manage to capture that point, and with it they are going to take the game. So a fantastically interesting match. I really hope you have enjoyed it. So these Guardian builds, like I said, are quite interesting. You can check it out in the description below if you want to copy it or replicate it. There's definitely other versions out there you can use. This is just one that we preferred and we ran for this video. So I hope you have enjoyed it. Leave me some feedback in the comments below. Thank you very much.